Hi, Ron here. Going to show you a really neat technique that shows you where support and resistance will come in that you can use as a result of seeing this video. Okay? And that's part one. And part two that goes with this video is a bonus that shows you how to find the end of that support and resistance cycle. Right? That's what it is. So you can use these two things together, two simple things together, and it'll help you along. And we'll demonstrate this in something that's non-manipulatable, the S&P 500 index. You can use that. That's pretty easy. As you know, I teach the Andrews course, the Modern Advanced Andrews course, which is available at andrewscourse.com. And let's see, products. And we have available for you the, of course, the Andrews course and the expanded course. And for those of you that want to go even further, we have the professional Babson course. And so purchases made this month may be eligible for the part two of the video if you get the expanded course, or if you get the Babson course this month, and that's a bonus for those two particular things, and that's between now and the end of the month. So without any further ado, let me move on to showing you how to deal with the Babson Profit ladder. This is really kind of neat. Let me show you a chart first. This here is the S&P 500 index. I drew this line here, and then notice we have equidistant rungs of the profit of the thing here, and that's what the program automatically drew for me. And this is the software we give away free with the advanced course, and that's kind of neat. And this was way old chart. As you can see, this was back in 05. No, 2002. Ooh-wee, long time ago. And this low here was kind of interesting, because this low here was the support point that prices hit and reversed at on September 11th. And we're going to do this again in a less exact mode with some other software, but it's still pretty good software to do this with. And just a quick thing on this. These here are the different support. What happens is, when prices hit one of these lines, they wind up often finding support at it, except when they go to do a long-term reversal, as we'll show you in a minute. Okay, and so here you have your point where prices went down to, okay, and then did a short-term reversal, and then, as we all know, with perfect 2020 hindsight, they wound up going even lower than this point here. And the part two of the video will show how to find the end. Okay, so let's move on to part one of the video. Let's see, where are we going? We're going, okay, how to do this stuff. Well, it's really pretty simple. After prices go up, a way is you simply draw a center line, and then you take an action point. Now, some people like this is an action point, and some people like this is an action point, and not a big deal. You see, I just drew the center line, and this is too easy for me, for those of you who are not familiar with my stuff, but you know, it seems to work. Here we see, and it's nice and equidistant. And the deal is that the theory goes is that at this point here, there's a good chance there'll be a reaction. Okay, and as you can see with perfect 2020 hindsight, that's what happened here and happened here. And in this particular case here, as you can see, prices plunged through it, came back to it, and used it as resistance, and then wound up going lower and making the all-time low in 2003, and then wound up going up from there. Okay, and there's a different indicator that came in right around here, and we'll cover that indicator in part two of this video. So let's take a look at this later on. So we see prices go up, And then prices come down again. Once again, we draw the line and we draw our action point, reaction, 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 reaction. And we see that once again, oops, surprise, prices hit this here, used it as resistance rather than support. Okay, and down she went, and that was the end of the and that was where the low was, and then up we go from here. Okay, and let's get rid of these lines here. Oh, wait a minute, I know what I can do. This is really easy. Really easy. We can go up here. Watch this. This is the exact chart I sent out on somewhere around June 5th, 2011. Okay, right there. Somewhere around there. And so we had this much in front of us, and we knew this much. And so you draw your center line and then your reaction line. They're always equidistant. And this is what I got as the target lines, right? And so I drew this morning, and I noticed that prices came down here and went down to this third line here, and that was the end of the story. Okay, so these are really kind of neat for finding support and resistance point. Okay, the equidistant, they call this the Babson Profit ladder. Okay, so what we know is that this is IWM, for example, in this chart here, and we know that this is the new Babson Profit ladder. And so down here we have our reaction line target. Now what we can see at this point here that's also going on down here are other indicators that we have coming in around the same area, which is kind of neat, and those are covered in the course. And there were several things that came in right around this point here, and this was back in October 2011, and this included the ORE, it included reaction lines, and just a number of things that came in. There was a not rule. If you simply take the advanced course, you remember the not rule. That's, you know, first 5 lessons videos. So you had some really cool things coming in here. I think you had a double not even. So just a wonderful place for prices to reverse, and that's what happened. So okay, so this is what we have now, right, in IWM, and this is a wonderful example. And so the theory is that down here we can perhaps see an interesting reaction, and maybe that'll be the end of the move. Typically what I like to do is I'll wait until prices are down here, and if something else that doesn't get me to go long before that, and as prices, let's say they come down here, then I'll wind up drawing my lines, because then I'll have a whole bunch more data to do that with. Okay, and so even though I can say, yeah, I've got several reaction things coming in right around here, I'll know that when prices reach an important point, like when they reached this point down here in October 2011, there were several things that came in over here that helped me to know that this is a good place for a reversal, which it was very nicely. So that is the video about the Babson Profit Ladder. Okay, and I thank you for your time, and please come and join us. We're over here at andrewscourse.com, and our product, our advanced Andrews course, and it's a good way to get involved in this particular technology. Okay, it's very easy to use, and it's been used by folks all over the world. We have people down in Tasmania, down in Hong Kong, in the Middle East, in Brazil, just a whole, here's someone in England, Oregon, we have, oh man, they're all over the place, South Africa, Sacramento, Colorado even, you know, and on the East Coast. So they are all over, and we will be having a very special seminar this fall where everyone on the planet is invited, and it's free. There'll be 2 one-hour seminars. We'll conduct them on the high seas in the Caribbean, and that's available. So if you want to come to that, just email me right there. And there'll be morning seminars, and in the afternoon we'll have our course conference, and for course members, and where we get into it and get into the questions and answers that they have. Okay, so, and that'll also be on the high seas. So you won't even have to come into the USA. You can come visit us when we stop off in Aruba or in Colombia, and get off the ship in Jamaica. So it's up to you. Anyway, please come and join us. And otherwise, if you want to take the course without leaving the comforts of your home, not a problem. You can do this all via video, and we have lots of nice videos and a nice manual that the course comes with. And then you get to join a special private email group where you get lots of good answers to your questions from myself and other people who have taken the course. So I thank you for your time. Bye.